I ain't smoked a cigarette in a month, hardly it feels like. I don't know. Just waiting on a few people to get in the chat. This is going to be a quick one. It's going to be fast, but I have a couple thoughts and something nice to say. Let's see. Much better. I can see my screen. Okay, guys, whether somebody's in the chat or not, I'm going to go ahead and have to start. And I get.
Ain't no sheriff. You come up there and mess with me while I was at work. So please, I don't care. I can lose my job.
Good afternoon. So, a lot going on with Nita. 2 days ago, she was waiting on little man to come pick her up, take her wrestling. She won some wrestling tickets. You know, she's been this is reoccurring theme that she can't leave the camper nowhere or else it'll be towed. But she sounded very chipper and upbeat. Everything was on course. She's clearly going to leave the camper in the parking lot to go to the wrestling event, then enter in today. She says she's at the hospital, and all you can see is the overhang of a roof behind her. She goes on to say that she had taken a spill in the camper, fell down and hit her head, and had gotten 4 staples in the top of her head. Now, have you ever seen anyone get staples in the top of their head and they did not shave their whole head?
No. Well, at least the area where the lacerations were.
At least the area where the lacerations were. This woman is not missing a hair, one, because of a staple, probably only because of genetics and diet.
And hygiene.
And hygiene. She goes on to, I didn't put this in there, but she tells someone that their mama smokes crack, tells another person their mama smokes meth, and that she just looked like hammered dog crap. That all being said, she also goes on to say that she hadn't smoked a cigarette in a month. 2 days before, while she's standing at the Walmart, you can clearly hear her light a cigarette and inhale. She had said a few days ago that the only cigarettes that she gets are cigarettes she gets off the ground. I don't believe now a word Nita says. I think that it's pretty clear that it's some addict behavior. Very, very, very strong addict behavior. You can see the ups and the downs, and you can see them in real time from day to day. Today she needed $16 for 4 prescriptions, $4 per prescription copay on the Medicare or Medicaid, whatever it is, Medicaid. And I think that really the topper was that she's at her daughter's the whole time. Meanwhile, she says that she's at a hospital and that security had come by. You could go check her post. Security had come by and told her she needed to move the camper by 5 o'clock tonight. Meanwhile, she's at her daughter's apartment, house, whatever it is, right? It looks wildly reminiscent to the place she called the church the other day, or whatever. So, kind of a message to Nita, like, Nita, you gotta establish where your bottom is, right? In my situation in the past, thankfully, the bottom was raised up for me. I didn't have to go all the way to the bottom. I had help in raising the bottom, and I'm so thankful for that. I hope the same for you. I hope that there's someone out there that loves you enough to raise the bottom for you. That way you don't have to lose the camper, lose, I think the self-respect is out the window. You're clearly can't tell people from day to day what lie you've told. You can't keep them in line. People are just, I think, there's still a hardened few over there that, they for whatever reason, whether it's the underdog story or it's this or it's that, they still believe in you. And I think that the rest of us can clearly see what it is, right? I do have to give you props, though, with getting busted out at your daughter's place instead of being at the hospital. All of this stuff that you did, at least you didn't dirty delete it. So I guess there's that, right? Kudos to you for not dirty deleting it after all. I mean, I probably certainly would have dirty deleted it. Anyways, in terms of everything else, like I wish you the best. And the best that I wish for you isn't that you keep fleecing people for money and you keep lying. And it's very clear that this emotional roller coaster you're on seems to be, you've heard me say it before, by virtue of some chemical enhancement, right? You can tell me that my mom smokes this or smokes that, whatever you want to do, Nita. But, you're 54 and it's time to pull up your bootstraps. What do they say? Put your big girl panties on. Like, it's time to get right. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, enough about that. Here coming up this evening, the Jerks are actually going to do an expose on the whole situation. I don't know how far. Just tune in. They usually put on a pretty good show, and I think that they're one that group of gals is just tired of looking at it too. I've explained it to my mom. It's a train wreck you can't look away from. Anyways, I love all of y'all individually. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Have a great evening.